In this lecture, we are going to talk about one of the approaches related to React context, which you might find in real-world React projects out there. And this approach includes creating a custom context provider component. Let's understand this with an example. Here we have our app component. And in this app component, we are also writing logic related to authentication. So here we are writing logic related to logging in and logging out a user. But the main job of this app component is to display something in the UI. The job of logging in and logging out user, it should not be the responsibility of this app component. Depending on your application structure and how you are managing your data, you might want to keep your app component leaner and pull more logic out of the app component and create a separate context management component for authenticating the user. So what we are going to do in this auth we are going to create a new component. For that, I am going to use this function keyword and let's create auth context provider component. And let's also export this component from this file. Now this export here, it is not a default export. It's a named export. From within this auth context provider component, let's return auth context dot provider. And within this auth context provider, let's specify the children props. So for that, first we need to specify the props here. And within these auth context provider, we can say props.children. So whatever we will specify within this auth context provider component, when we will use it like an HTML element, that will be rendered here. Okay, so this is the JSX which we want to return from this auth context provider component. Now let's also go ahead and let's import use state from React library. And using this use state, let's go ahead and let's create a new state inside this auth context provider component. So here I'm calling this use state, and we know that this use state is going to return an array. So let's use this array destructuring syntax. And within this square brackets, let's create two variables. Let's call the first variable is logged in, and let's call the second one set is logged in. And let's specify an initial value of false for this is logged in state. Now let's go ahead and let's create an event handler function. Let's call it login handler. And inside this login handler, I am going to set this is logged in to true. So I'll copy this state updating function name, and I want to set this is logged into true. In the same way, let's also create logout handler. And inside this function, let's again call this set is logged in. And here, let's set this is logged in state to false. Then on this auth context.provider, let's specify the value props. And to this value props, we want to assign an object. And this object should have this is logged in. And we want to assign this is logged in with this is logged in state. So let's copy it and let's specify it here. And here we also want to have on logout. And to this on logout, we want to specify this logout handler function. And here let's also specify one more property on login. Okay, and to this, let's assign this login handler function. And in this auth context component, let's also specify this on login. And initially, let's assign it with value undefined. Okay. So now we have this standalone file which manages the entire login state in this auth context provider component, and which also sets up all the context. So now what we can do is we can go to this app component, and from here we can remove all these authentication related code. But before that, let's also copy this local storage from here, from this login handler, and let's put it inside this login handler. In the same way, let's copy this local storage.remove item, this statement, and let's put it in logout handler. And from the app component, we also need to get this use effect. So let's copy it and let's specify it here inside this auth context provider. And in order to use this use effect, we also need to import it from React library. With this, we can remove all these codes from this app component. Now in this app component, we don't have this is logged in state anymore. So what we need to do is we need to use the use context. So for that, first let's import use context from React library, and then let's use this use context. And to this use context, we need to specify the context name, and the context name is auth context. So it is going to return us an object. Let's store that object in a variable. Let's call it maybe ctx. And here we can say ctx dot is logged in. In the same way, here also we can say ctx dot is logged in. We can also remove these props from this login component and from this home component. Okay, now if I go to this login component, we are using this props dot on login. So here also what we can do is we can first import use context. Then let's go ahead and let's use this use context. So let me use it here. And to this use context, we need to pass the context name, which is auth context. And in order to use this auth context, we also need to import it. So here we are importing this auth context, and it is going to return us an object. Let's go ahead and let's store it in a variable, and let's call it maybe auth ctx. Okay, you can call this object anything. And I'll copy this object name from here, and here where we are using this props dot on login, on this props we don't have this on login anymore. So now we can use our auth context. So on this auth context, we have this on login property. And to this on login, we are passing the email and the password. In the same way, we have also removed that on login from this home component. So if we go to home component, in the home component, we are not using that on logout anywhere. So here we don't need to do anything. But if we would have been using it here, we could have done the same thing which we did in the login component. Also, let's go to this app component, and from here, let's remove this auth context provider. Instead, let's use fragments here. And from this app component, we can also remove these imports because now we are not using them anymore. All right, now the final thing which we need to do is we need to go to this index.js, and here we need to wrap this app component with this auth context provider component. Okay, so in the index.js, let's go ahead and let's use auth context provider component. Okay, and let's wrap this app component within this auth context provider component. So with this auth context provider component which we just created, with that we have one central place for auth state management, and that central place is now not the app component but a dedicated context component. And this approach is something which you might prefer in your React app because this is more focused and gives you a leaner app component, where app component is not concerned about app-wide state management, but it is more focused on bringing something on the screen. With this, let's save the changes. Let's go to the web page. And here we have an error, and this error says update is logged in is not defined, and that is at line number 15. Let's see what's the error there. So it's in auth context.js and at line number 15. All right, so here at the line number 15, we are trying to use update is logged in, but the name of the state updating function is set is logged in, right? So let's replace this update is logged in with this set is logged in. And let's also go ahead and move this use effect code from top after this state. With this, let's save the changes. Let's go to the web page. So the error is gone. Let's enter a valid email, a valid password, and let's click on this login button. So we are logged into the home page. Let's click on this logout button. We are logged out. If I enter an invalid email, it is showing that validation error. In the same way, if I enter an invalid password, it is showing that validation error message for that password. So our application is still working as expected. But now we are using an approach where we are creating a custom context provider, and we are wrapping our app component within that custom context provider. Again, this approach is totally optional, but the advantage here is that you have a leaner app component, which again now is focused on simply returning a JSX and showing something on the UI. And you have actual auth context management logic in a separate file and in a separate component. So this is a more focused and separated approach where you have components and each component has one job instead of doing multiple jobs. I also wanted to show you this approach because you might find this in real world React projects and you should know what's happening there. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.